Scott murder trial ended today with Scott taking the stand in his own defense. Scott told the jury that he killed his ex-girlfriend, Carrie Allen, in self-defense, and then he went on the run because he was scared.
John Chapman was in the courtroom today when Scott took the stand.
Aldrick Scott was on the stand for about 2 hours, testifying that back in November of 2022, he got into an argument with his ex-girlfriend, Carrie Allen, outside of her Northwest Omaha home because he thought she was out with someone else. Scott testified that Allen let him inside. The two went upstairs. That's when he says Allen pulled a gun and told him, "I'm going to hurt you, you're not going to hurt me." Scott says he rushed Carrie. The gun went off and Carrie Allen was dead. Scott testified he eventually drove Carrie Allen's body back to his home in Topeka and buried her body in a farm field the next day. Scott testified he took off for Mexico and threw away the gun and the shell casing he says were used in Carrie's death. Under cross-examination, Scott seemed to change the details of his story, admitting that he lied to law enforcement when he told them Carrie never had access to a gun and never owned a gun. Scott told prosecutors that he threw the gun and shell casing away not to hide evidence, but because he was scared. Scott was eventually arrested in Belize. Scott's story will soon be in the hands of a jury. On your side in Omaha, I'm John Chapman, 6 News.
The prosecution also called the forensic pathologist to perform Carrie Allen's autopsy. The Kansas medical examiner testified that Allen died of a gunshot wound to the torso, but did not believe the shot was fired point blank. The jury should get the case when court resumes Monday morning. All right, take